You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Welcome to the White Wall Sessions Radio. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. On tonight's show, ToeKnee Tea, Black Widows, and Lucid Vanguard. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter by searching the White Wall Sessions. The White Wall Sessions would like to thank these fine sponsors for their support. Last Stop CD Shop, Bell Incorporated, Workplace IT Management, Ben's Brewing Company, Screenflare, J. Rick Music, The Pink Moon Room, Minuteman Press, and South Dakota Friends of Traditional Music. ToeKnee Tea is a one-man blues performer from Indianapolis, Indiana. Tony describes his music and style as dirty blues, with guitar, harmonica, stomp box, and some good old yellow.
The song's called Arizona. Shuffle the deck. Yeah, I forgot I gotta sing higher on that one. Too much Robitussin today. All right, the song's called Arizona. Shuffle the deck, you can get up and go. You can point it west and set off down the road. 'Cause the thing about fate is they can trade it for gold. So I made my way to Arizona. The sky on fire, and I roll the dice on burgundy hair, railroad eyes. If I could have taken my heart, made it explode, wouldn't know when and looked for Arizona.
Yeah, I've had songs that I've recorded already, and then I'm go back and the album's released, and I'm like, ooh, you should have had a kilt on,
So that's, I mean, that part where you just described and all that, knowing when to stop it and saying, well, I got to move on. And then, kind of wishing you hadn't. I mean, you're going to have some discipline in songwriting and playing, right? Because it's at some point you got to put a bow on it and move to the next one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you'll be there forever. Like, you'll be waiting outside the changing room all day.
Right.
And, it's just a matter of being like, this is good enough, this will pass, or sometimes it'll be like, this is perfect, you look real good in that mirror, we're sending you out to sea now,
Well, and as the songs in the dressing room, is it the lyrics that change, or the guitars that change, or the melody, or the voice? I mean, what elements of it make it those different personalities?
Everything. You got to take into account the lyrics might not fit for the tempo, you know what I mean? The chords could be maybe too sad, if it's a lot of minor chords, but they're like real, happy lyrics or something, you know what I mean? Or vice versa. It's a lot of just kind of experimenting around and just trying to get the right, I guess, feel for, what the story that you're trying to get across. And then also, having the right music to go along with it, and also taking stuff out of the toy box. You know what I mean? There's different guitar riffs, and lyrics and things like that on cassette tape from back in the day that I might go back and listen to and be like, all right, I remember you. Oh yeah, you were messed up. I put an alligator tail on you. Like, oh, let's take that off of you and bring you back out to play.
Sure. So I mean, if you stop a song, do you ever say, all right, that's it, I'm spinning my wheels here, put it aside, and move on to the next one, or is that hard for you to do?
It's tough, but you kind of know. You kind of have I guess, an instinct, or you kind of know, like, now's not the time for you. You're still in your cocoon. You know what I mean? And you got to stay there for a minute, while I think about it, and then I'll move on to some other stuff, and then maybe come back to it, either. A couple weeks later, a month later, years later, and you just try to, and another part of that is what can you play live? You know what I mean? Because there are songs that I've written that would require a full band, and I think I would be doing maybe a disservice to the song, I guess, if there wasn't a full band behind it, kind of thing, if I would just kind of, halfway did it, so it's just kind of a feeling that you get, but you always take them. I mean, they're always there, so you always take them out, once in a while, and you'd be like, we'll try you again, and nope, you didn't do, you're still not ready, put you back in the oven, turn it up to 400 this time.
That's good. If you can do that is great.
Yeah.
You're a great guitar player, Tony.
Well,
when did you start playing?
I started playing guitar when I was 10. 10 years old, I was in 5th grade. My neighbor had a guitar, an electric guitar that had a speaker built into it and had a whammy bar, and it ran off of batteries.
Wow.
And he was going to charge me $60 for it, and I'm 10 at the time. I ain't got that kind of money, so I remember saving my lunch money. I didn't eat lunch at school for months, and I would save my lunch money up until I had the $60, and then I finally just made the big purchase and got it. And
wow,
I used to play with my thumb. And they tell you not to do that, I guess, but I used to play with my thumb. My principal, at my elementary school found out what I was doing, and he took pity on me and bought me a chocolate milk one day, I remember, and he was not happy about it either for some reason. But I saved up my money, just lunch money, and got that guitar, and then I think I got a job in Elkhart. One of the only jobs that you can get when you're a kid is detasseling corn.
Yeah.
Because it's all, cornfields and cows out there in Indiana for the most part. And I got a job detasseling corn, which is just walking up and down in a field, pulling little things out of corn stalks all day for, I think, $5 an hour or something like that it was at the time. And then got enough money from that. and I bought my first like official like acoustic guitar that was semi nice, and then I started kind of really, getting into playing and stuff and figuring out chords and all that.
Yeah. And what were you wanting to play back then? Were you just wanted to play the guitar, or were you wanting to play certain songs or certain styles of songs?
Just wanted to play guitar, really. I just would hit the strings and try to figure stuff out. I would mess with I didn't really know how to tune a guitar back then. I think it was like a year after I got that where I figured out like, this thing needs to be in tune. So I would just play single strings a lot, and I would actually do a lot of, what would become like bottleneck stuff. I would take, I think a socket from a socket set or whatever and put it on my hand and then just kind of go beep, 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 up and down the fretboard and see what, sounded good. But yeah, it was, about a year after I got that acoustic where I actually started, tuning it correctly and then, making chords and things like that. And actually, on the road, actually playing official guitar. I used to sing a bunch just as a kid, just random stuff. My parents were, religious. I had to go to, church when I was a kid and stuff. So they sing in church and I would, just sing songs. That was like my favorite part of it. So I would just belt it out in church.
Then you're gone. You're thinking, homie, that you left your phone. Now, burn it all down. If I can find my lighter, I'm gonna burn it all down. In that house, through them trees, she's there with another woman. Goodness me. Now, burn it all down. If I can find my lighter, I'm gonna burn it all down. That woman left me in 1993. She bought as hell, got no teeth. Now, burn it all down. If I can find my lighter, I'm gonna burn it all down. There in a net under this trapeze, call the police, baby please. Now, burn it all down. If I can find my lighter, I'm gonna burn it all down.
Coming up after the break, Black Widows.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we've always appreciated the finer things in life, like great friends, great music, and great beer. Ben's Brewing Company is proud to announce our White Wall Session Ale. This light pale ale is sourced from the finest local ingredients and pairs exceptionally well with great friends and great music.
Enjoy responsibly. Ben's Brewing Company, Yankton, South Dakota.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Black Widows describe themselves as surf roxotica, and they do not disappoint. With killer surf sounds and a great stage presence, they brought down the house and left our studio audience wanting more. Black Widows are Corinne Coette, guitar and vocals, Pamela Lazur, bass and vocals, and Kim Mancini, drums.
We haven't had a lot of time to really sit down, and so now we're going to do that. We're kind of hibernating this fall and winter a little bit, playing a couple shows a month. But
So when you're recording, are you trying to capture the live sound and put it on
not
medium?
necessarily.
Yeah, we have done a live EP, And I think that definitely captures the live sound. But I think for this next project, it might go a little bit different direction. We have some ideas. Maybe like disco. Maybe like
thing.
Who knows?
Kim's over there. She says, I've been hanging on since the very beginning.
Yeah.
She said, slow down. I was like, okay.
Well, what's cool, you haven't been part of the writing process and the recording process that much because we got booked a lot right when you entered the band, so you haven't really had that experience. So it's going to be fun to write with Kim.
But I feel like they are like in the moment kind of girls. Like we were practicing one night and then I just started playing something weird at the end of practice, just some like Latin groove. And Corinne was like, that's cool. Keep doing it. And then so she started playing along and then Pamela started playing along and we just kind of figured out this cool like Latin kind of instrumental filler thing. And so we play that at shows sometimes. But I think it's one of those like happy accident things, you know, you just like take advantage of just whatever happens. Like I wasn't trying to, you know.
Which actually we don't get to do enough, and we have fun doing it because we're always just like, run the set for the next show. Run the set. Yeah.
Well, I can see that's the thing that, you know, the fuel that for this band is that spontaneity, and then they say, hey, that's cool, and I can add this to it, and that's how you got to where you are, right?
And a sense of humor.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I have no idea. We do want to have a sketch comedy show at some point, but we'll see what happens. Just putting that out there. If there's any producers,
stay tuned. Yeah.
Well, you did quite a wide tour this year in 2019. Went all the way over to the East Coast.
East a lot. We're received really well in New York, so we did like a summer surf instrumental mostly. We did some of our other songs, but we did a lot of tiki bars and. Asbury Park and Rockaway Beach.
Did you really?
Yeah, so we did like surf shows. It was really fun.
Do you ever get an audience that doesn't know what to expect, and they're looking at you, and then suddenly you start playing, and their eyes get big? And
all the time.
Yeah, I think most of the time.
People are like, "What's happening right now? What is this?
Help us!"
I never look at the audience. I have no idea what's going on out there.
Kim's the shy one. That's why you're on drums. You get to hide.
I know. Even when we have the go-go dancers dancing, like I'm like, "Ooh, look at them," and then I'm like, "Oh man, I'm messed up." And I'm easily distracted. I just need to like focus in my little.
Coming up after the break, Lucid Vanguard.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Hi, I'm Ben Hanton, founder of Ben's Brewing Company. At Ben's, we've always appreciated the finer things in life, like great friends, great music, and great beer. Ben's Brewing Company is proud to announce our White Wall Session Ale. This light pale ale is sourced from the finest local ingredients and pairs exceptionally well with great friends and great music.
Enjoy responsibly. Ben's Brewing Company, Yankton, South Dakota.
Good people drink Ben's beer.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.
Lucid Vanguard is a 5-piece alt-rock band from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Led by Carl Ramis, Lucid Vanguard is just one personality of Kremblums, a record label and music collective comprised of these multifaceted artists. Each member of this band have solo projects they lead and direct, with the other members playing different roles. Lucid Vanguard is Carl Ramis, guitar and vocals, Bailey Cogan, keys and vocals, Dayton Brock, guitar, Christian Wheeler, guitar and vocals, and Warren Thomas Fenzi, drums and vocals.
Where has the sunlight gone? Here comes the London fog again. Guess I'm just falling headlong. Is there a price my needs must pay? Rolling the dice keeps you at bay. Washed in a massive tidal wave. It's so cold outside. I'll stay in the house and close my blinds, facing the doubt inside my mind. As these tribulations numb, I'm chasing a daisy chain of crumbs, taking each day as it comes my way. It will be over. Let's break it down a little bit. Thank you. That was a song called Escape Routes.
I mean, we've had a very scheduled out practice routine, which has allowed everybody kind of had their time slot during the week that we all committed to. So that was kind of rationed out the equal portions of time for everybody to kind of have their moment to lead a group.
Sure.
But yeah, there's definitely been hindrances of just push and pull of maybe one group is consuming a lot of time, and then I don't know. This is band dynamics.
Yeah,
that's how it
right.
goes.
Well, band dynamics, but beyond a little bit band dynamics, because you're sort of multiple band dynamics, and and who chooses who to go on, who chooses whom to go on whose record. Does that get complicated?
It's just up to whoever leads the group, really. Okay. Yeah, we kind of give full power to whoever is in charge of the certain project. So for Lucid Vanguard, I kind of just call the shots of what's going on. And then within 26 bats, Bailey calls the shots, and vice versa for everything. So
when you have a song, you're the songwriter for Lucid Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
You write by yourself, I'm assuming, and then you take a song to the band. Do you write for the band or for yourself, or how does that work?
Usually, this is something we're all really good at. It's when somebody does bring a band or a song to the whole band situation, everybody's really good at feeling out what, say, I would want, and kind of create their parts around it. So a lot of times I'll just come with the song, have a general sketch in my head of where I think things need to go, and kind of throw that at them, and then we just kind of hash it out from there.
Yeah, so
but it's very. I don't all sometimes I'll have little melodies that I want Dayton or Bailey to play, but it's kind of just everybody fills in the space. Sometimes people will have different ideas and pitch that, and it'll go that direction. Yeah.
So how long have you been writing songs?
I think songs in the common structure of chords and lyrics and structure like that. I think I was 16 when I kind of started that, singing and playing. Before that, it was just kind of just playing guitar and noodling and making up little instrumental things.
River wide and ancient, you polarize the elations, pulsing time with solitude is savor, and the sound of human nature is alive. We rendezvous in anguish, a constant muse to pain. We kill the lights, we talk in our own language, connected by the matrix in our the fruits of all my labor, a reservoir of flavor in each bite, Americana say. Thank you so much.
The White Wall Sessions is recorded at Last Stop Studios in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and is produced by Spectrum Films Incorporated. Executive producers are Jeff Zuger, Doug Taylor, Greggy Johnson, and Jay Fishback. Head of broadcast is Dave Palmer. Associate producer is Mike Yeager. The White Wall Sessions Radio is produced and edited by Jeff Zuger. Audio recording and mixing by Carl Koiser, Kevin Phipps, and Dave Palmer. Scheduling and artist relations, Tom Eisner. I'm your host, Dan Schaefer. Join us next week, same time, same station.
You are listening to the White Wall Sessions Radio.